morning and welcome to another edition of the Destination Fantasy podcast, but also a special edition because this is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and including my brother from another mother. Happy Father's Day, Deshaun. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Today is a special day, as you guys can see behind me right there. There's a couple of like pictures of like my kids, whatever, like paintings. So I'm huge into like Father's Day, and it's very very important to me. So happy Father's Day to you, Jamar, and happy Father's Day to all the dads that are out there watching.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. All right, so this is part four of how to win your fantasy football league in 2021. And today's edition is going to highlight the salary cap draft approach. So, all right, for those that are not familiar, and I don't think a lot of people actually do the salary cap draft, but if if you're curious or tried it once or not familiar, basically, in a sense, so in this approach, you have a budget. Normally, it's $200, right? And so, you pick your roster based on um, how much is going each player is going for. It's like an auction in a sense. It used to be called an auction, but they switched the name lately to salary cap. And so, if it's a 10-team league in the draft, each person would nominate a player, and you would bid on that player until the time runs out, and however just like an actual auction for a car or anything else. Whoever is the last man standing with that price is how much you pay for that player. Simple enough. And so we are going to do a mock draft of that in a couple of minutes here. But basically, the principles are the same as far as just a regular snake draft. If it's just a standard lineup, so you basically have your quarterback, two running backs, wide receivers, flex, tight end, et cetera, 16 spots. So each player uh, will give you a guide of how much the player is worth, but depending on the people in your league, that player can go for a lot higher, a lot lower. It's emotions, etc. goes into fantasy football, and so with this approach, you definitely don't want to be too aggressive. Um, you definitely don't want to be too conservative either. You're gonna lose out on players that you want. Too aggressive, you're gonna overspend and not have enough money to actually have a good enough team overall. So with this, you want to before going into a salary cap draft, you want to have a plan. And so how I've done it in the past is I would target an elite running back, I would target an elite tight end, and then get a top tier wide receiver or a top tier running back. I will focus on well three positions, 3 to 4 players in general who I want as my target, and then after that I can just fill in the gaps. That's how I'd approach it. Really quick before we actually get into the lobby and stuff, Deshaun, do you have any thoughts about this approach?
No, like my approach is, basically the same, Jamar. You definitely want to lock down a good back. Like I typically won't go for like the top two backs inside like an auction draft. I would actually like skip down to like maybe anywhere between 3 to 5, like someone that can give you similar production as like a one or two. That way you save like a little bit of money up front. I would do the same. The only thing that I don't mind spending the money on in an auction draft, and it's always been this way for me, is an
Yeah.
elite tight end. Like it's all because after that it drastically like falls off. So like the Kelseys, the Wallers, the like I'm gonna pay whatever those guys are costing at the moment. Elite wide receivers is like a little bit like a little bit like easier for me, to be completely honest. Like again, I do want one of those top tier guys, but I'm still shooting for somewhere near like the top 3 to 5. I definitely don't want to go with like the first couple of options just to save me a little bit money toward like the later part of the draft. And you know how I am, Jamar. Like I'm all about balance. Like that has always been my approach to um drafting. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I have to add there. Similar approach to like what you were doing, but just a couple of tweaks.
Right. And no, and that's fine. Like every strategy is gonna be different, but basically the core points me and you will definitely agree on. You
For
want to
sure.
prioritize the scarce positions, which is tight end and elite running backs. There's not too many of them. If you can grab one of those, you can actually set yourself apart. And this is basically the essential of cherry picking. So basically, go in with a plan. Don't be too aggressive. Don't be too conservative. As you see, the mock draft is already going here. Derrick Henry is up. Right now, he's showing for 25 and he is climbing here. He's probably going to go around 70. Well, they got it listed about 55, 70, 58.
Yeah, I think he's going to go around for like the 59 mark because it looks like Dalvin. Oh wow, Derrick Henry right now though. Is this standard or PPR? Like, by the way,
that I want to say it is
because that does make a difference. Because
right, this might be standard actually.
Okay, yeah, it has to be since Derrick Henry was picked before, like, you know, Cook, or not saying that that's like a bad pick. I mean, he's going to definitely get his, but typically, like, we see Dalvin Cook coming off the board like second. So.
Right, but also just to point out, like, when it's your turn, you nominate a player that you want. So it doesn't necessarily go in the order that we, you know, accustomed to. Because I know in years past, like when I used to do it more frequently, like when it's my turn, I'm nominating players that I don't want. I'm like trying to raise up somebody's price on maybe somebody else that they want. So, like for instance, if I was targeting, let's just say Cam Akers, right, and it's my turn, I am throwing out like Jonathan Taylor, and I'm basically, you know, just letting everybody else run up their money, so that way, by the time it comes back around, I have a better chance of getting the player that I want.
No, that's a pretty smart strategy. So like you're basically like bluffing. You know, you're trying to get them to like kind of pull off like high up on like someone so that can, you know, cause them to lose money up front. So like that's a pretty good strategy. That's, you know, chestnut checkers move right there.
So your boy is up here, Mr. Cook.
So who did you go with?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't nominated anybody yet.
Okay.
Let's go. I would gladly take Mr. Jonathan Taylor. Nick Chubb. So you know, I got on my end. I got my elite running back. I want an elite tight end. I'm hoping more running backs and wide receivers go first, so that way I have a better chance of getting one of the 2 to 3 tight ends that I really want. The fact that did Nick Chubb really go for 47?
Yep.
So in this instance, I am going to nominate Tyreek Hill. All right, so we got Travis Kelce up.
Sheesh, he's up to $50 right now. Uh-oh. 51, 52.
I'm gonna let them have that. I was bidding too.
I thought about it, man, but it was a little bit too rich for my blood after paying 47 for Chubb. So. But again, I had to get like one of the like the lesser backs with definitely top 5 potential. We know whenever Chubb is on the field and he's healthy. So
It's true. Aaron Jones, they can keep him. No disrespect.
No, he was great last year. Has been for like the past couple of years.
Just a reminder, basically have a plan when you go into this. If you want a certain budget for certain positions, stick to that plan. If you want certain guys on your team, stick to that plan. Just know their strategy with each and everything that you do here, it definitely, this here makes you think a little bit. This here is a lot more chess than checkers for sure.
Yes, it is. Stefon Diggs for 42. 44.
Okay, I'll let him walk for 46. Somebody really wanted Stefon Diggs, so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like you can't really blame him for that one.
I feel like as long as I get a top 10 wideout, I'm good. So like a DeAndre Hopkins would be great. DK Metcalf would be great.
Yep.
Justin Jefferson would be great.
Austin Eckler is one of those players that I'm excited to see, especially with that offense that they're running with the Chargers. So, I think that he has top in the PPR league at least, definitely has somewhere between top 5 to maybe like 7 running back potential if utilized properly.
Right. There's definitely, last year the train was, the Eckler train was pretty high.
Yes.
And, the injury, maybe turned people off to him this year because I feel like he still has that same potential to be great.
No, indeed. Joe Mixon for 40.
I mean, really, another guy I wouldn't mind having. Cool. Looks like I'm gonna walk away with Calvin Ridley. Damn. I'll take it. The baller.
The baller.
What was his listed price at?
You know what? I couldn't even tell you. I didn't pay attention. And that's one of the guys who I am willing to pay the premium for.
I see. You won't let up.
I do have a boundary here. and you're pushing it.
I have to.
You definitely are pushing it. And that was my boundary. I did not want to pay over 40. So thank you, Jamar. 39, that was my limit right there. So whew.
Oh man, that's funny.
If it was 40, I wasn't gonna take him. I was not gonna take him.
see how much we can go for DeAndre Swift. But yeah, just so you know, with these auctions, I mean, sometimes you got to run them up. It helps you out in the long run. But like you said, you got to have a limit, got to have a boundary. That's, not being too aggressive or too conservative. I am high on Antonio Gibson this year.
Man, rightfully so. It seems like the only thing this guy does is score 2 touchdowns every game, Jamar.
Dude, I was so thankful last Thanksgiving.
Mr. 3TD. He was awesome, man. He was awesome. And like, I can't wait to see him grow within like that offense. Again, JD McKissic is definitely holding his true potential back a little bit, but I think those guys complement each other well.
Absolutely. And then having Fitzpatrick there, I mean, that helps. I mean, their team in general should be better. Though the fantasy production should be better overall. So, I'm excited to see that. So right now I've spent, I want to say $131 already. But I feel like I have two RB1s on my team. I got definitely a top 5 RB1 and a fringe RB1. And definitely a top 5 wideout here as well. So the only thing I'm missing is my tight end. And which means I'm going to have to go and grab Kittle. I don't have a choice.
Yep.
And then at that point, I mean, everything else, in my opinion, will work itself out. Quarterbacks don't really go for too much, believe it or not. Filling out the rest of the wide receiver position won't be as bad. You can still get quality guys for a cheap price. So just more so get the guys that you really want and then just plug and play and fill out the roster. Yeah. But don't get your guys and then you only have like $10 left. Yeah. You can make it a little dicey, but either way.
I mean, I'm with that, man. Like, you don't want to be that guy. But I mean, again, you don't like some of these guys you may be able to get as steals. And this is one of the drafts where it would behoove you to stay within the draft. In other drafts, like people, they would leave the lobby for a second when it's not their turn. This is a draft that you have to be locked in. Like, you have to know exactly how much you spent. And again, like you and I mentioned this both, like you got to have your limits as well. You don't want to overpay for a guy.
At all. So, I mean, it's definitely a lot of different strategies within the strategy of picking your team. So, This is definitely about as good of a chess game as it's going to get.
Justin Jefferson for 29.
That's actually good value.
It really is. I don't have the dough to blow right now, so.
Could, but
Nah, I think I already spent about $124 right now, so. But I got 3 guys that I wanted. I got Terry McLaurin for, man, $29. If he go over 30, like he settled for 29. It's not bad. He went higher than Justin Jefferson. So, all right, let's see. Yeah.
Let's see who you throw out here. You got Miles Sanders, Mike Evans, Clyde Edwards, Hilaire. He's going over market.
Nope. Negative.
He just went over market price.
Can't do it, man.
All right, let's see people rack up money on.
I mean, that's the name of the games. Just throw a potential name out there. If they want to overpay for the guy, so be it. It'll be better for you in the long run. So,
Absolutely.
ooh, Michael Thomas.
Let's see what people do out here for him.
You know what, man? And just like that, my bid, I was outbidded within 2 seconds, bro. So
he's actually going for underprice.
That's a great pick for at $28 for Michael Thomas. That's great. Yeah. I wanted him at 25 to be honest, but I kind of knew somebody was gonna bid it.
Let's see. Adam Thielen for 23. That is underpriced as well.
I thought about it, bro. I really thought about it. It really is. I was this close to pulling the trigger, like seriously. But with 3 seconds left, if I would have bid it, he would have ended up with me, and I didn't want to, Whew.
Wow. Josh Jacobs is going for under. I mean, if you look around, it's only 2 guys that still have $100 over $100 left.
Did I really get outbid? Oh my gosh, man! I thought I was gonna get him for 22. See, that's tough. That's tough right there.
I think besides the crowded backfield a little bit, I think Miles Sanders' injury last year kind of downplayed his value here, but he's going for over market value at the moment.
30. Yeah, okay. I'm not paying that. Not for him.
No.
Fantastic talent. I think he has a lot of upside, Jamar, but again, like that injury, additions in the backfield.
It's like one of those guys that, we need evidence. You got to prove it now. You got the talent, you got the opportunity. Normally talent plus opportunity equals a great fantasy football player. That's normally
what it is. Mike Evans at $25 out. That's okay. Uh-oh.
Let's see how this play out.
Oh, let's run this up. Let's run it up. So George Kittle is on the board right now. I know that Jamar needs him. He needs him. And like I said, not at 20, not at 24. We don't know. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Leave me alone, man. Hey, but this is part of it though.
If I were to land this guy at this price, under $30 for a top 3 tight end, potentially top 2, yeah, okay. Lucky, man. You lucky. Ugh, I couldn't even do it.
I had him going for 22. I paid $6 over, but I need it. But if he went to 30, I probably still would have grabbed him. But still, my pocket would have been hurting a little bit. All right, so right now I have Jonathan Taylor, Antonio Gibson, Calvin Ridley, and George Kittle. So I have my elite tight end, I have my elite running back, I have my top tier wide receiver who's borderline elite by himself, and I have a pretty solid running back 2 who could basically be a running back 1. So I have $41 left. I feel like that's fine because I have the core of my roster at this point. It's plug and play. As you see, as we know, that wide receivers come a dime a dozen. Quarterbacks come a dime a dozen.
Ooh, A-Rod. I'm in on that.
So I might mess around and give me another top tier wide receiver depending on how the market goes. And still have a little room to play to fill out the roster. Depends though. A-Rod going for under market.
What was his
23.
23.
Like you got guys like Lockett for 14, David Montgomery's going for 21. Keenan Allen is still out there. Sheesh. He's $1 over, but
yeah, no. I just think that I could get a little bit more.
All right, so Deshaun has Nick Chubb, DK Metcalf, Darren Waller, all elite. And he just added David Montgomery.
Yeah, under 25 is what I was looking for him. And you said he was for 21, so I paid $2 over. Not terrible.
No.
But again, I got a legit RB2 there. If I can add one more talented wide receiver for around $20, Jamar, like I'm really feeling good about my team right now.
I mean,
but we'll see how that goes. Yep.
Mm. It's like I want to. I know Keenan Allen is going to do excellent this year. Injuries aside.
Agreed.
Mr. Poster Boy for running back too, Chris Carson, listed at 21, going for 19 right now. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
All right, so one team only has $13 left, which is this guy here. I'm about to see what his roster look like, just out of curiosity. You know what? His roster's not bad at all. So he has Derrick Henry, he has DeAndre Hopkins, he has Amari Cooper, he has Travis Kelce, he has Allen Robinson.
Wow, bro.
So with him only having $13 left, I mean, honestly, that's fine. I just know the running back, the second RB2 from him might be a little shaky, but overall, I mean, he has some gunslingers out there. Now let me see, Team 3, he still has 150 left, which means he's being conservative. Is it Team 3? Oh, sorry, Team 8. Team 8. Sorry, Team 8. So the only player that he has is Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, wow. So just Zeke.
Yep, that's it. And look at him targeting another Dallas Cowboy. The AI for that one must be a Cowboys fan.
Man, CeeDee Lamb.
So he has CeeDee Lamb and Zeke. That's it. As you see, Mahomes is going right now is only going for $9.
$9.
So please do not be the person to get him for like $20 in your league. Do not be that guy. Robert Woods, another value pick, I assume. Oh yeah.
At $14, absolutely. I thought that was a great pick for CD.
As you see, Woods is actually listed at 19. He's going for 14. Godwin's listed at 17. Galladay's listed at 17. Beckham and DJ Moore is listed at 15. Lockett is listed at 14. Deontay Johnson, Cortland Sutton is listed at 13. Cooper Kupp is listed at 11. So this is where you get the value picks at, man.
You know, I would like to do one of these this year. Like I think it'll be great.
Dude, I'm all for it. Definitely all for it. Matter of fact, after this, we because I know we talked about different, the different number of leagues and different type of leagues we want to do this year. We need to actually map that out.
No, that'll be a great idea.
And
Okay,
so,
let's see.
oh yeah, go ahead, man. You are nominating. Ooh. I really thought I was about to get this man for $11. One for 12.
Boy. And I really do.
Oh, I just noticed that at the last second. I really feel like people won't pay up on this guy in general.
Who is that? Lockett?
No, Beckham.
Oh yeah.
He's going for his jersey number right now. 13. Mm. It's listed for 10. It's going for 8. Huh. Mm. I thought about snatching him. Oh. For market value, I would definitely take Kyler Murray. Damn. So how you liking your team so far? I cannot hear you for whatever reason. I think you're muted on the. Yeah, because it's hovering over as unmute mic. I can't do it. It says can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected. I think I just heard you.
Okay. Did you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good.
Good.
All right, cool. But yeah, how do you like your team so far?
Dude, I love it. I love it. So far, I got Josh Allen, Nick Chubb, David Montgomery, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Darren Waller.
That's really good. It's really good. So a lot of people are under like $40, except for this one guy who has 98, and that's Team 8 once again. And just to see what he has. So he went with a very conservative strategy. And so right now he has Patrick Mahomes, Ezekiel Elliott, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, and Jamar Chase. And that's the very conservative approach. So if that was your team, how would you feel about that?
I would feel okay about it, but then again, man, it's like I don't think it's enough like true like firepower there for me. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the conservative approach is good. Now, make no mistake about it, he'll be competitive if this was a real thing. But it's like, does he have enough like top tier guys that'll push him over that limit? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So basically, he has a lot of good role players, not enough star power.
Exactly.
And so, as we know, in fantasy football, I mean, you got to have a solid overall team, but you got to have star power. Ooh. Kareem Hunt.
Man, they running it up, bro.
What was the free draft? $7. I mean, he's going for $6. Uh-oh. Looks like you about to get your guy. And it is some good value out here for these guys. Let's see if I can get somebody else to spend some more money out here.
See, Jamar right now is playing the villain.
I am. Because how I look at it right now, there's only two other people that can outbid me right now. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to run it up here if I can. So I have Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor, Antonio Gibson, Calvin Ridley, and George Kittle. I am definitely looking for another wide receiver. And I have one that I want that I'm staring dead in the face at. But with everybody else picking everybody else right now, that's pretty good for the person I want. Which is, since you got two wideouts already, which is Cooper Kupp. That's who I'm looking at.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp would be a great pick. It really would.
Okay, so Team 6 only has $9 left. And let's see exactly who he has. Team 6.
How do you check to see everyone's budget?
So I know you're on the app. If like at the top, it should be, because I'm looking at the teams that's like at the top, and it should show like their budget.
Oh,
Like,
gotcha. Okay, I see it. Man, this guy has $71 left.
Now, yeah. So this guy with $9 left now. Yeah, I would be upset. So his team consists of Lamar Jackson, Cam Akers, Josh Jacobs, Julio Jones, Robert Woods, Chris Carson, Myles Gaskin, Chris Godwin, OBJ, Sutton, and Claypool.
So you got like 8 wide receivers.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
And one elite, maybe 2 elite players, and then a bunch of wideouts that you can't play at once. Dude, like that team is shot. And this is one of our like staple sayings. If you come out the draft needing a trade, you're cooked. And that's exactly what this guy's probably gonna need.
Yep. $10 for Cooper Kupp. What do you think about that?
That is value. I didn't even get my guy, but that is value. The reason why I didn't get him because I wasn't paying attention. But that's fine because I see 2 other people that I want that I can fill that same void, which is Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins.
Ooh, 2 good picks. I like that.
Robbie Anderson isn't too far off of that as well. So And you got Debo Samuel too. So, but I definitely need to nab one of those for sure. And our philosophy on Texans players still apply. I'm not touching. Ooh, what's his value? $4. You know what? If I was to get Cal Pitts for $4 like this dude's about to get, that would make me rethink some things. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I put him out there just to see, how many people were willing to pay for him at that price. And if I were going to get him at 4, I would have been okay. But I think he got him at 5. So,
But it's like, with him, that intrigues me. That upside is so high, and he would outplay that money so quick. So that is, I feel like that is a value pick for sure. Ooh, Logan Thomas. He's going for $4 as well. He's actually probably about to get off the board for 3.
yeah, I wanted him at 3, but I was the one who offered it at 2, and I wasn't going to double up on that.
Mm.
I like Logan Thomas a lot this year.
Fitz really like tight ends. Melvin Gordon the third. I was about to say if he went for $3, like that's pretty good. $5. That might be that guy's RB2, if I'm not mistaken.
If he's the RB2, there's a problem. I mean, to me, just because of Javonte Williams, Jamar, you and I talked about him a little bit, and it can be that he is the day one starter, the way how he has been performing in camp thus far. So
Right.
That's a more so like wait and see approach. But if I'm in like the later parts of the draft, typically like maybe around I don't know, like 12, like I wanna give this guy a look, man. Ooh, Brandon Ayuk. What was his going rate?
9.
$9.
That's the only other person that can outbid me was the guy that took him. I'm about to walk away with Robbie Anderson for $5. I'll take that. And his price was 7.
No, I definitely did not want that.
And the fact that you can get Russell Wilson for $4, but it makes sense for you. I mean, you got two pass catches on, so. Basically filling in the gaps here. So I really like my team thus far. I still gotta fill out the bench and stuff, but Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor, Antonio Gibson, Calvin Ridley, Robbie Anderson, George Kittle. That's where I'm at.
I like Will Fuller a lot this year, and like that was going to be the player who I was going to bid just to see what the going rate was.
Devontae Smith, he's another intriguing guy here. So basically, everybody is under 20 except for me and Team 8, who has been super conservative thus far.
So what's your budget?
I'm at 23.
23. Nice.
Mr. ETN. You ain't getting away with it. All right, looks like I'm gonna snap this guy for 4. I think his going rate was 5, so I'll take that. And so the guy that's been super conservative, I'm gonna run over his team real quick because I mean he has $60 left. 60. And it's like with $60 left and there's not too many more, there's no more like high paying people left. So he's gonna actually like have plenty of money left over, which is not a good thing.
Definitely not.
So his team is Patrick Mahomes, Ezekiel Elliott, Mostert is his running back too. CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Jamar Chase. And then you got Deontay Johnson, Melvin Gordon III, Aaron Rodgers, Brandon Ayuk, and he just picked up Tom Brady. So he has 3 quarterbacks in a 1-quarterback league. He has wide receiver 2s and wide receiver 3s for his starting wideouts. He has Ezekiel Elliott, who is the only one that's in which, we're not the biggest fan of as of right now. And then Patrick Mahomes. Outside of that, it's like you can't play Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady at the same time. So
right. And again, like you mentioned earlier, Jamar, is if you're going to come out of this thing needing a trade, then you're basically in the bad position. Considering this guy, that's what he's going to need to do in order to gain some of like the good players. He's going to have to trade away one of his top tier quarterbacks. So trade away a Tom Brady, get some. You got some value, but no, that's definitely not what you want to do right off the bat.
No. And then Team 10, he has $6 left. So let's see exactly who he has. All right, so Team 10 has Dak Prescott, Miles Sanders, Mike Davis. I want to say this is AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, Mark Andrews, Michael Thomas, Adam Thielen, Justin Herbert, Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks, and T. Higgins. Okay. There's definitely a wide receiver carousel there. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that team either. At all. So definitely have a plan because a lot of this is the AI, but still, it's like you don't want to be any one of these teams that's like super conservative or over aggressive here, or just don't come in with a plan.
No, I mean, like the name of the game, Jamar, especially for a auction draft, is just like you got to find like that happy medium. Like you have to, be aggressive, but just not too aggressive. Be conservative, not too conservative, until you be able to find like that happy medium. So,
absolutely. Irv Smith Jr.
Man, I've seen it. Like I've done my research on this guy. A lot of people are very high on him, and I don't know why. Not saying that that he doesn't, possess the talent to be able to produce. It's just I don't think that Minnesota throws it enough. And with Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen being there, it's not going to be that many targets to go around. So
Right.
they're just a run.
Even Dalvin Cook has a target share.
Exactly.
So, I mean, he is truly touchdown dependent. So the fact that this man's value is $2 right now, man. Get over here. Like, I mean, I'm hearing James Robinson is gonna, have majority of the touches, or at least gonna be the starter going out for sure. So I know ETN has value, and we talked about that. Him being a first round pick, of course, he's gonna have a target share, a value share. You basically gonna be involved one way or another. I thought I was about to say I thought somebody was gonna let me have him for $1. I would have been David Johnson, like 4 years ago, was the man.
Yes, he was.
I still got like eight spots to fill.
I have 6 right now.
Michael Gallup, $2.
You know what, man?
Yeah.
So we're well into round 10 right now, man. And I'm sitting here looking, just scrolling around in between running backs, quarter, just all the positions. And I see Ryan Tannehill. Wow. If anyone comes away with this guy for about $1 to $2, that may be the steal of the draft. And someone just bid him. And I can't get in on it because I have 2 fantastic quarterbacks. I have to be a damn fool in order to get a third. But this guy at $2, knowing the upside he possesses with that team, and it looks like it's that's Jamar? $2. You right now, sir, you have and that's THEE value pick of the draft. Ryan Tannehill, $2. He's gonna have a monster season, in my opinion, anyway. Well done, sir. Kudos to you.
Thank you. I mean, it's crazy how one move can increase somebody's value that much, to the fact that he becomes a value pick off that. Because initially, before that trade, we was looking at Matt Ryan being that value pick.
Absolutely.
Now, it is definitely Ryan Tannehill without a shadow of a doubt.
$2. $2. My gosh.
And so this guy here with that bidded the Bucks defense, I mean, he only has $1 left at this point. So I think he just fell out necessary positions, and then also on top of that, I mean, he got everything else filled out except for the kicker. So his roster is pretty much locked in. Beauty of this, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have 5 bench spots left. And I still need a defense and kicker. And so I can pretty much cherry pick who I want at this point. Well, if he goes for $1, that lets me know exactly where we at. This dude has sneaky upside in deeper leagues.
Indeed.
So I'm going to actually look at Team 8 again. That's the one that's been super conservative. And he basically, see, this is what I mean. So he has $49 left. His bench is filled. The only thing he needs is a defense and a kicker. So basically, he's going to have $47 left after the draft.
Way too much money in your pocket. Way too much money in your pocket.
He's cooked. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
It's like, ooh. I could. I should. I would. But no, I got a couple other people in mind.
I'll take it for $1. I sure will.
Da-da-da. If we're at the point where everybody is basically going for $1 or $2 max, then I feel like, me personally, I feel like I'm in great shape because I'm basically picking anybody that I want to, knowing that Mr. Conservative over there can't do anything about it. He has to pick a deep in the kicker, and I have the most money left, so I can pick whoever I want at this point. So I'm looking for all value guys. Should I take Noah Fant? Let me see what the tight end spot looking like. He lucky because I just clicked it as it went away. Let's see, running backs. He's intriguing for $1 right now.
He really
Devontae
is.
Williams.
He really is.
Joe Burrow. He's going away for $1.
Yeah. Now, whenever you get down to the dollar, where, like you said, Jamal, where everyone's going for $1, you really don't want to bluff around this time. Considering that, like you could get Joe Burrow for $2, but in the same, you definitely don't want to do that unless that is the guy that you want and you have the funds to do so.
Like right now with this dude, like I could take the Steelers defense away from this dude right now. Well, no, I can't. But still, the fact that he has $49 left, the only thing he can pick is the defense and the kicker. Like you're screwed. And let that have been like the initial draft. The initial draft for a dynasty league. Screwed.
No, I'm with you, bro.
At least team, 10 here is going to use every penny of his. But I'm not the biggest fan of his team either. So definitely, like you said, there is a happy median. Definitely a happy median.
Yeah, so it's looking like every pick Jamar has been up. Well, never mind. Looks like oh, that's you. Okay. Jarvis Landry for $2. Hey, that was gonna be the guy who I was gonna bid next if my time, were to come around. So
yep, I'm at the position where I feel like I can just Debo picks from people.
oh man.
It's okay. So I feel like if you spend, as long as you have less than $10 when it's all said and done, I feel like you spent it wisely. For the most part. So I need two more running backs here, and I definitely see value, so I'm not tripping. Could use another tight end. Especially if this was a real league and there's guys that has, a bunch of wide receivers, these running backs definitely gonna have some extra value within the league itself. So that's your former boy right there.
Oh man, I was auto picked, bro. Wait, did I just get him for that? No? Okay, good. Okay. So let's go back. No, I think it did do that. Yep, it sure did. I gotta try to get off this.
Doesn't look auto picked on my end. Well, you don't look auto draft right now.
No? Okay. Because I clicked on Marvin Jones Jr. I don't know how it clicked Antonio Brown, but
Well, there goes Marvin Jones Jr. if you want him.
yeah, I wanted him for $1, bro. I don't want to pay $2 for him. I'm penny pitching right now. I still need another tight end, a defense, and a kicker, and then like the next thing would be for me anything else after that. So basically, my starting roster is pretty much set outside of like the defense and like the kicker. So
gotcha. Yep. Pretty much filling up my bench here. What it's worth, I feel like I got some solid value right there. Starters are solid as well. I think I got a pretty good balanced team that has a high upside. I can take that. James Conner. Do I really want to take James Conner from you? But I don't believe in James Conner this year, so I'm gonna leave you alone. And so, running backs left that I'm targeting here, maybe Ronald Jones, maybe AJ Dillon, maybe Devin Singletary, Naheem Hines, Michael Carter, like those right there has some pretty good value. And then you got some guys that have $0 next to them, which I find hilarious. Part of me wants to take the Chiefs kicker away from this dude.
all right, Devo. No, but just the fact that you can do that, I like Mike Williams a lot. This year, I think he'll be a fantastic wide receiver 3-ish type of guy, especially with the development of Justin Herbert there. I think he's going to give them that. You can't teach height, Jamar. Like that's one thing you can't teach, and this guy has that. So
no, he's been like, the talent. I feel like the talent is there.
It's there for sure.
I think between the injuries and maybe a little bit of the consistency part, that's lowered him a little bit. But just overall, like with Justin Herbert there, this is about to be as good as it gets for him. So
yep, agreed. The used to be value pick right here. Somebody's gonna get Matt Ryan for $1.
Hey. I mean, that's solid.
That is very good.
Let's see, team 2. What are you looking like? And Matt. So, wow. All right. So here's a predicament for team 2. Matt Ryan became his starting quarterback.
Yep.
Team 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs to fill 8 more spots. Team 2. So he spent a lot of money early, but this is his roster though. Ronald Jones is going for $1. Congratulations. Matt Ryan, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook. That is strong. Keenan Allen, Juju Smith-Schuster, Robert Tonyan, Austin Eckler, and Jalen Waddle. That is his team. What are your thoughts on that?
I like it. I do like it. Matt Ryan, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Keenan Allen, Juju Smith-Schuster, Robert Tonyan, Austin Eckler as your flex, bro. Like, I mean, come on, like that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
He went the running back heavy strategy, which is perfectly fine. Like the way that he did his draft, he knew that he targeted the running back position because you know that's a scarce position. It is, as far as the elite talent. And so, yeah, he definitely got 2 elite running backs, a fringe RB1. I mean, he might be sitting pretty. Then you got Keenan Allen, who's a top 10 wideout.
Yep.
Juju would be the X factor for me between him and Waddle so far. But compared to a lot of the other teams that we looked at, that's definitely on the better end of things. I just snatched that man's defense from him. Oh, man. Matthew Stafford going for $1. Where's Mr. Brandon Price at? I know he'll have something to say. Mike Gesicki. Tight ends. Just because I can. I'm taking your tight end.
All right, so you're really not playing fair right now, man.
I mean, at this point, the only player I can pick now is a kicker, so I'm officially ruled out of doing stuff. But I mean, that's the beauty of this salary cap draft style. I thoroughly enjoyed myself doing this mock with you.
Yeah, dude, this was something, and like that's what I was just saying, bro. It's one of the things that I hope to, partake in this upcoming fantasy football season. It's one of those things to where you just know somewhere down the line someone is gonna overpay for like one of these guys, and it's gonna put you in like a prime position. So, T.Y. Hilton for $1 here. Let's see what I got as far as my position limit, and I am all tapped out right now. But for $1, man, you cannot beat that. That's tough. I like it. I like it.
Go ahead and grab me Mr. Justin Tucker. That will finish out my roster. Oh. I could. Come on.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
I got the money to blow on one position. That's funny. All right, so my roster is complete. I have Kyler Murray, I have Jonathan Taylor, Antonio Gibson, Calvin Ridley, Robbie Anderson, George Kittle, Devontae Smith, the Ravens defense with Justin Tucker, that goes hand in hand. Have on my bench Travis Etienne, Ryan Tannehill, Henry Ruggs III, Jarvis Landry, Kenyon Drake, Devin Singletary, and Mike Gesicki.
Wow, bro. Wow.
Solid.
Very. Jamison Crowder for $1.
What round are we in?
13.
13. Okay.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
I like that guy.
Me too. That's who I am going to probably end my draft. Young Wee is still there.
Young Weed.
Devontae Parker, man, for $1, Jamar.
Hey, that's our guy. That's one of our favorite guys on the pod in general, Mr. Devontae Parker. We are huge fans. I hope he has a big year.
You and me both. It's pretty crowded there with Parker and Waddle as well as Will Fuller. They got a pretty good set of wide receivers there.
They do.
But
they
it's
really
just
do.
But the thing about it, can Tua be the guy to, be able to distribute the ball so everyone can eat? Like, that's the thing. I'm not sure if his passing prowess is up there at this point. So
Right. What if scenario that they end up trading for Aaron Rodgers? Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
all right, my draft is done, Jamar. Whew.
Cool. All right. Let the people know who you got.
All right, so I got Josh Allen, Nick Chubb, David Montgomery, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, Washington defense, Young Wee Koo, Russell Wilson, Tyler Boyd, James Robinson, Cole Beasley, Antonio Brown, Ronald Jones, and Jonnu Smith.
Nice. All right. So since we're both done here, I'm gonna just stop sharing the screen because they're just filling out the spots now for everybody else. But yeah, that was definitely a different approach. Definitely, there's a number of strategies within the strategy there. It is definitely chess. We're not playing checkers here. That is definitely chess. Just really quick before we end, do you have any final thoughts on what we just did?
No, the thing that I want to say is I am so ready for this style draft to become a bigger thing. This was definitely fun here, bro. And again, I don't think I've done one in the past 2 seasons. I think it has been maybe 2 to 3 years ago since I've done one. But I performed well in that one as well. And after this whole thing is over and said and done, we need to talk about making this a real thing. But besides that, I think you and our approach was very, very similar. We can tell by the teams that we ended up with. Again, I'm just gonna go over my team real quick.
Okay.
I got Josh Allen, potential league winner. Nick Chubb, fantastic running back. David Montgomery, great RB2. DK Metcalf, we already know what he can do. Tyler Lockett, Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, Washington defense, Young Wee Koo, Russell Wilson, Tyler Boyd, James Robinson, Cole Beasley, Antonio Brown, Ronald Jones, and Jonnu Smith. So I really, really like my team. It's balanced. It's very, very good. And the more we get into each draft, Jamar, each mock draft rather, I really want to make this a real thing. I feel like I can do some damage with this roster. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the approach that I've taken was pretty similar to yours. But again, the recipe, the proof is in the pudding, and the recipe works. So
Absolutely. And then I'm gonna just run back over mine really quick. So I got Jonathan Taylor for 55, Calvin Ridley for 39, Antonio Gibson for 37, George Kittle at 28. Since somebody make me run him up. Kyler Murray for 8, and then after that, I started getting value picks like Robbie Anderson 1 for 5, Devontae Smith 1 for 5, Travis Etienne 1 for 4, Ryan Tannehill for $2, Henry Ruggs for $1, Jarvis Landry I stole from somebody for $2, Kenyon Drake for $1, Devin Singletary for $1, Ravens defense for $2. I smashed that for somebody just because I can. Same way with Mike Gesicki for $2, and somebody made me run up Justin Tucker for $3, but I had money in the bank to do so. So yeah, I really like my team. I have a potential league winner in Kyler Murray, potential league winner in Jonathan Taylor, George Kittle, who is elite at his position, Calvin Ridley, who's in the top 5 tier in that area for his position. So definitely got 4 players within the top 10 of their position for sure. Antonio Gibson, who can possibly finish in the top 10, so that's 5. And then with the solid bench, who has a lot of upside there. And based in the fact that I only have, and I spent $195, so I feel like my team is strong and can compete. Not saying that I'm the best team, but I feel like I'm in that top 2 or 3 for sure. And, with any given Sunday, you never know what may happen. So yeah, I agree with you. I definitely enjoyed this. I haven't done an auction. It's been some years, man, that I've actually had one in a real league, but I definitely got the thrill out of doing this. This here, you control your own fate more. You have a better chance of controlling your destiny of how you want to pick your team. It's essentially cherry picking in a sense of how you want to do it. But like I said, have a plan. Definitely have a plan who you want to target. Have a budget with that plan. Have a plan B. Do not be too aggressive. Do not be too conservative. Stay within that happy median, and you will be happy with your team.
Well said, bro.
And I'll say this one more time. If you come out the draft needing a trade, you are cooked. That's it. You're screwed. Point blank period. But yeah. Where can they find us, Mr. Reed?
Man, they can find us everywhere. And I mean everywhere where podcasts are available. Like you see it up on the ticker down there, Apple Pod, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and more. So if you can search it, we typically are there. So definitely give us a look on your favorite podcast platform. Make sure you check us out on YouTube as well as we're streaming live right now on Facebook. Especially up on YouTube. Make sure you check out the vid. If you like the content, thumbs up. Hopefully, no thumbs down. Comment. We are doing this as like a regular thing. So, and again, Jamar and myself really appreciate all the love that we have been given for this. It is greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. And then, just one last thing before we end. Once again, we want to say Happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there. I mean, we highlight the fact that me and you are husbands and fathers. It's just a great joy to, share what we're doing with each other, but also with our kids.
Absolutely.
And I know, DJ, he loves football and
loves it.
He's a Steelers fan, unfortunately, but I get it.
No, if he chose anything else, then he would have to change his address. He would not be allowed here. This is Steelers country, right here. But no, it was, you're absolutely right to be able to share this thing with my son, who actually asked me, could he get in upon his first fantasy football thing? He asked this yesterday, bro. I swear to God. Like you can ask like Lori, and like I looked at him, I'm like, yeah, but I really think he should start off with some kids his own age. I think he'll enjoy it a little bit more. To a lot of the leagues that we're in, we know these guys personally. Like, and we go way back with these guys. So like we can have conversations on a regular, and I think that's what makes a league great, when you can have already an established relationship with some of the guys inside of your league. But I was very excited that he asked me that yesterday. So I'm gonna kind of coach him up, and hopefully he'll be able to pull out his first victory within like the next couple of years. So that was pretty huge as well. So.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I can't wait for Joey to get to that point too, man. So yeah, once again, happy Father's Day to all the great fathers out there. This is our day. Enjoy it. Spend time with the kids and spend time with the family. Just enjoy yourselves. Until next Sunday, for my brother Deshaun, this is Jamar. Peace out. Destination Fantasy Podcast. Like I said, more so like you said, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and then Spotify, Apple Pod, all that good stuff. Until then, peace out.